Hi, everyone. Thank you for applying to Code the Dreams advanced classes. As we mentioned in the How to Apply video you may have watched earlier, all applicants are required to do a pre-work assignment. This assignment helps us determine if an applicant is comfortable with our online learning format and has any pre-required skills needed to succeed in class. You can spend as much time on your pre-work assignment as you like, as long as you turn it in by the pre-work deadline for the trimester you're applying for. Deadline dates are listed lower on this page. Here's a brief overview of the pre-work assignment, but you'll find more detailed instructions and links to additional resources as you work through the assignment. The pre-work assignment consists of two parts, then a submission process. Part 1, plan and research. The planning phase of this part of the pre-work assignment involves looking at a few public API resources and determining which one or ones you would like to use as your project. We currently have 7 different APIs to choose from on various topics, including weather data, music, Star Wars film franchise data, Marvel Universe comics data, fine arts from the Art Institute of Chicago, dogs, cats, and even coffee. So pick a topic that interests you and proceed to the research phase. As a reminder, you only have to pick one of those 7 different APIs to choose from. You don't have to use multiple, but you're welcome to use more than one if you'd like. For the research phase, you'll want to read the API documentation for the resource you want to use. Investigate what data they have, how is it organized, and how you have to write your code to access that data. If you're a little rusty on your JavaScript, or how to handle API calls and responses, or how to use GitHub, we have links to help you with those areas located in part 1 of these instructions. Once you've completed forming your plan and doing your research, you'll proceed to part 2. Part 2, build and test. In part 2 of the pre-work assignment, you put your plan and research from part 1 to use. Start out building your code. Create your GitHub repository for your project, clone it locally to your machine, and start writing your code. Be sure that you're working in small parts, checking your code along the way to ensure that your finished project works as you expect with little to no errors. This will also make it easier to resolve any issues or fix any bugs as you're building out your project. When you've built your project to meet the requirements, be sure to test your project. The requirements list can be found on the Part 1 and submission pages of these instructions. Test your project to make sure that it behaves as you expect and as you intend it to. Test your project in other browsers or on other devices to be sure you're satisfied with your work and that your work meets the requirements. Once you've completed your website using the data from your API call, and are sure you've met all the structure, content, and functionality requirements of the project, submit your repository to the site you've built. The final step, submitting your work. Once you've completed parts 1 and 2, you'll submit your work to us and give us a little more information about yourself. You'll copy the link to your GitHub repository that contains your project and paste it into the pre-work submission form. Then answer some questions about your professional goals and reasons that you're applying to our program. Once you submit your work, you'll get an email confirmation that we received it. Then you just need to wait until the results email date for the trimester you're applying for to find out if you've been accepted or not. As a reminder, you can find those dates at codethedream.org/classes. Everyone who applies will receive results of their application process, whether they are accepted or not. Thanks again for your interest in our program. Good luck with the pre-work assignment, and let us know if you have questions throughout the process by emailing us at classes@codethedream.org. Thanks, everyone, and good luck.